Thank you for joining us. We're Finding God in Video Games. And today we're doing a quick, honest review of the new Super Mario Brothers movie. We just got finished watching it, and we have a few things that we'd like to share, just in case you're wondering, should you watch it? So first of all, I think that it is absolutely a love letter to every Mario game that we have, from the originals going all the way back to, there's Easter eggs for like the Jumpman days, going all the way back there, to the most recent incarnations of Mario Kart and some of the power-ups. We don't want to spoil anything here, but I will say that no matter which era of Mario you come from, or if you appreciate all of them like we do, you're going to see layers and layers of Mario goodness throughout this entire piece. Also, I think there was a lot said about, oh no, Chris Pratt, he's doesn't really have a great accent for being Mario. What do you think? Did it?
So, I'm not going to spoil anything, but they explain it.
They do.
And I was really pleased with the way they explained it, and it actually made a lot of sense.
And within 2 minutes,
don't be discouraged.
I totally forgot that it was Mario at that point, and it worked within the context of the movie.
They did a really good job about it.
I think they nailed that part of it. You understand why, and honestly, it becomes a non-issue. As far as animation wise, it looks exactly like you would want to
yes
be.
It does.
It looks like Illumination made this, because they did, and they gave it every bit of the Mario feel of it. It looks like the best cinematics we've ever seen from a Mario game, all put together in a moderately coherent story that gives everybody their beats. Like, all of the main cast are given an ample amount of time to do their part and to have a reason for being. So what do you think?
I really loved it. Not to skip ahead or anything, but don't forget to watch the end credits.
Two times. One in the mid, one in the end, both of which are worth watching. Neither terribly long, but I will say, if you don't watch both of them, you kind of missed out. Like, go to the bathroom and then come back after the mid one. You'll have time, because we did do that. And we had plenty of time for it. So it also leaves a lot of room for the future of a Mario franchise.
I was excited
in terms of
about
movies.
the end. I was like, oh my gosh, they could do anything.
Of all the video game movies that have existed, and granted, most of them have been terrible, so there's not a lot to compare to, but this is definitely the most video game movie.
And they did such a good job. Like, I really felt like I was in the video game as I was watching it. It was really kind of interesting for me, and it was fun watching, because he's played every single Mario. I have not, unfortunately, and he was giggling so much throughout the whole thing, because like we said, the little Easter eggs everywhere. It's so fun. And even for me, with the handful that I've played, I noticed the Easter eggs too, which was really exciting for me.
And not just Mario, but other Nintendo franchises as well pop up in there. If you're looking for it, eagle-eyed viewers will find a lot of reason to rewatch this over and over. Now, if you have a young crowd, just a note here: if you've got very, very little ones and they get scared of parts like with Dry Bones, those characters and stuff, there's a couple of parts in it that I think could have some thematic elements, could be a little scary for really, really little ones, but by and large, it's going to be appropriate for most audiences. The only part that I would say I didn't enjoy much is the Blue Star Luma Lee had some really, really oddly dark comments that I just didn't understand in the context of a children's based movie. Most of us as adults are going to find it to be an odd juxtaposition that has a sense of humor to it. I just don't know that it added anything. That would be the only parts I'm like, I feel like that could have present, and it would have worked. And obviously Bowser and all of his Koopas and everything, we know that they've got some elements of those parts that are going to be a little scarier for the very, very small ones. But if they're able to play the newest Mario games, you're in pretty safe company here. So I'd give it, however many thumbs you have, I'd give all of them.
I would definitely give like 9 out of 10 for sure. It wasn't the perfect movie, but I mean, it's as close to perfect as you can, like maybe even 9.5.
The couple of things that I didn't love on it were very, very minor quibbles, from the music to the voiceover work, and the way that they integrated the music into every part of it.
It was perfect.
You didn't feel like you were just listening to Mario music, but it found its way in there. And there's also some really fun little touches of soundtracks from other movies. Again, no spoilers here. And I think that all of them really worked and landed. So there's good humor there, some adult humor that's going to land on the right ears. Definitely a huge love letter to everything Nintendo and Mario here. Highly recommend it if you get a chance to watch it.
Go watch it.
Go watch it before someone ruins it for you. Fortunately, we're not going to. We're just going to tell you go watch it.